Hi everyone, and welcome to my latest live stream. Obviously, with the title, obviously you can see what it is I'm going to be discussing with you today. Because today's... Oh, hold on, just waiting for my thing to come back on. Hold on. Just making sure you can actually see me. Hold on. Oh, there we go. So as it should be. That's fine. Having a little glitch. That's fine. So just making sure everything's set up ready. So obviously with the title of this, obviously I've got a story here where obviously with all the freebies illegal immigrants do get. Obviously it's a video obviously that I've got from GB News. I'm going to start and stop the video as we're going through it. So obviously I can discuss with you obviously my feelings on each of the bits they do get. So obviously we have got points of view and how we are. And obviously if anyone wants to comment on these things, and obviously if you disagree, obviously I'm willing to obviously accept obviously disagreement, obviously, because obviously it's a democracy after all. But let's go through it and see where we are. So if I hit the play button, we'll just skip through. Obviously there's that bit first of all. Obviously we're just going to be sending 50 a week back, and obviously it's a bit of a joke, just 50. So there you go. Even Macron seeing what the problem is. We're giving too much freebies away. Oh, but Starmer can't see the wood for the trees. But that's because he's a lefty. He's woke. He'll never see the truth if it slapped him in the face with a wet fish. But here we go. Hold on, just get through this advert. Oh, there you go. So there you go. The second they step on our land, they get brand new shoes, brand new clothing. And obviously, I can guarantee that because obviously we know from them coming into the churches and stuff around here, and some of them are that arrogant. They're offered practically near new clothing, and then they go, "I don't want that. I want brand new." But then you see them walking around in Nike tracksuits, Adidas tracksuits, that's brand spanking new. I'm sorry. There's people out there that can't afford that sort of stuff. Oh, but they demand it. I'm sorry. Why should they get brand new £100 tracksuits when the people in this country that can't afford that? It's sickening. They should be happy with what they can get. If they're offered nearly new, take it. Why should they have to have that and like the designer £150 Nike shoes? I don't agree with that. Yeah, and then that's the other point. The 4-star hotels, priority on the housing list. Again, there are people out there that have been on the housing list for years and years and years, and then they get pushed back again because obviously the migrant suddenly in front of them. That again is not fair. Because why is a migrant more important than a Brit who's got several kids and now they're pushed further back? Oh, because this Iranian, this Afghan, or wherever they're from, they're suddenly more important than the British person. I'm sorry, no, they're not. No one is more important than someone who's lived here all their life and even put money into the system. These people never put money into our system and never will. And then some even are claiming, oh, but I'll do a volunteer job and that's how I get paid. No, you're not even getting paid for doing the volunteer job. You're just getting universal credit. It's a joke. Yeah, there you go. They get the free mobile phone, which will be on a contract. So they're having the contract paid for again by the British taxpayer. And as he was going on to next, they all their NHS stuff is all sorted. They don't wait around on NHS waiting lists. They're jumped ahead. They have their dental paid for. It's a joke because obviously normal taxpayers don't have their dental paid for. They have to pay through the nose for dental treatment. Why do they get this special treatment? Who do they think they are? God? They're God's gift? No. They shouldn't get all this for free. It's disgusting. I don't understand why anyone would want them to get all this for free. And I just don't understand. I should just say hi to Mr. Alpha. I'll just put on there as well as a comment. Anyone wants to make any judgment? Want to leave a question for me? I will answer. There you go. There you go. That's on there for you. So if anyone wants to answer any questions while I am on, I will do that. Not a problem for you. And obviously, just see if I can get all the. There you go. Hopefully, they should come on there as well. So if you are on YouTube, the comments should come up there as well. They are coming up on screen as well. If you are watching on YouTube, there you go. I'll try and keep tabs on there as well. There we go. Right, let's get back to the video. See the other freebies. And again, why are they getting all this legal help? Again, it shouldn't be. When they're clearly not a child, or you shouldn't be able to fight that anyway. I think that's a bit stupid. Just because of all this human right bull. That's why we need to come out of the ECHR. Because obviously, it's just backing them up and causing a huge load of stuff we don't need to worry about. Whereas in this, like in that case, obviously he was clearly an older gentleman, and obviously you can't legally have that going on, where someone's clearly classed themselves as a child. Just think of how that could go down if in a rape case or something like that, it could, oh, but I'm a child. You can't have that. It's just, I just think things are starting to get out of control, and it's just not worth uh, being what we need it to be. But you know, a joke. Yeah, again, that's something I think, if especially when you've got councils in special measures, why should they be teaching them to be a DJ and things like that? It's not exactly a major talent that they need to be, because obviously I think that's atrocious. Because why does someone like that need to be taught to be a DJ? If they go do that, go back into their own country and learn that. Not come over here to learn to become a DJ. It's not a major skill you need in everyday life, and especially for the your local council to fund. But they're not funding British people to learn that. It's only for them. It's a joke. Yeah, again, there's a lot of people out there that can't afford to go to the football. Football is rather expensive, especially like some of the Premier League clubs these days, and yet they're going for free. It's a joke. And then obviously, as you just said, they're getting a free PlayStation. There's some families out there that struggle to afford these things. Oh, but it's okay to give them a free one because they're important. The British people aren't. You know, we're not important, are we? We don't count. You know, they have to be the number one priority, because if they don't, they bitch and whinge. Because we've seen what happens in certain hotels when they don't get the right food. They throw hissy fits. They throw the food on the floor. They go, oh, but the food ain't to my liking. Well, if it isn't to your liking, you can have your dinghy back. You can go back home. Oh, no, but they don't like saying that because obviously it's classed as racist, isn't it? Saying they can go back home. Because they go, oh, might die if I go back home. Well, again, that's not our problem, is it? No. That's my attitude. If you die when you go back home, again, they shouldn't have caused their own problems in their own country. Let's continue. Come on. No, the video won't play. There we go. Yes, that's the final big point. Obviously, I wanted to obviously bring you from that because obviously, if they get all that, and then obviously you get the money when you leave. It's ridiculous. So it's basically a scam. So you're paying them to come in, you're paying them to go out. It's basically like a circle. So some of them will do it. They'll oh, I'll go out and I'll come back in. I'll go out, I'll come back in. And they're just doing it on an endless cycle. I think something does need to be done. That's why we're needed as a party to get this stopped. Because obviously something has to be done in the long run. Because we can't let this continue. Because obviously the longer this goes on, it's I don't know how much longer this country can survive at this rate. It's tricky because obviously I'm just trying to think of words because obviously the aren't really words to describe because if there were 4 more years of Labour with this, we're so in deep trouble as a country. And I think we could be on a knife edge because obviously you think how many spare hotels are there? They're buying up the hotels at a stupid rate. They're taking all the social housing that British people need. I just don't think this country can survive unless we intervene and do something. It's hard, that's all I can say, and it just makes me fearful for the future for everyone's children because obviously, yeah, I know as a party what we want to do, how we want to do it, but we've got such a hard task ahead when we get into power because two-tier Kia, three-gear Kia, whatever you want to call him, all he wants to do is make life that difficult for everyone in this country. I just wish there was some way we could get rid of him now. And we could get in right now because obviously it could be too late by the time we get in there and I don't know. But all I can say is just keep staying positive, everyone. Obviously, the more we keep this agenda going, the more we can do this. Hi to Blub. Thanks for joining. Obviously, this live stream has been about obviously my thoughts and freebies of illegal immigrants. Obviously, if you want to watch the catch up of it, I will repost that back on shortly. But it's not been positive basically because obviously there's a lot of freebies they get. It's not great because obviously like sort of the healthcare they get, things like in certain parts of the country like Croydon where they're giving away things like where it's a bankrupt county, training them up to be DJs. I think it's disgusting everything they get for free and the British people in this country still struggling. It just makes your blood boil and it makes that money could be spent so much better on better things. And then you've got like our Doge program that's unearthed where they spent money on days out and whatnot. like sort of trips to cinemas, golfing, and like so they try in Cardiff. They said to train them in the circus. It's just endless, scandalous things. Why is there a need for all this? I think it's time where we say enough is enough, and maybe just kick the lot of them out and send all of them home, not this 50, because as I say, we're still getting more of them in than the 50 going out. It's not exactly we're making a head room on this. So this deal Labour's made up with Macron, he's still laughing at us, but that's Macron. He never was going to take more than we're taking in. It's always going to be that way. We've got to find some way of physically shutting the border and taking none back. We've got to physically, as some of our side have said, physically you collect them all and just dump them back on the French beach. That's probably about the best way to do things. But gotta wait for us to be in power for that one, because there's no way Mr. Wokey Doke Star will go doing that. But what I'll do, I'll leave you guys to it. But again, thanks for watching, the two people I have on here, and I'll speak to you guys again. And if you want to rewatch this again, you are more than welcome, because I will get it uploaded to TikTok. But again, it is on my YouTube as well, so you can look for it on there. So again, thank you very much, and we'll